Welcome back, trading babes. I'm going to be talking about US30 with you guys and how to trade it, and this is how I personally like to trade it. And this is going to be a kind of like look over my shoulder type thing. I will have the bigger chart on the side of what I'm talking about so you guys can see the levels and I don't know, maybe copy them for yourself and get the levels. But I'm going to start off from a daily chart. Now, I do recommend long-term trading usually, but within the last 20 days, we've been consolidating, and that's because the bond markets have been consolidating. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but there's not been any range expansion on the bond markets within the last 20 days. Not sure why, but whenever we get a divergence between the 30, 10-year, and 5-year treasury note, we will probably have some expansion. But moving right on along with that, since we know we are consolidating on the daily chart, what I like to do is I like to mark up the highest point of the consolidation and the lowest point of the consolidation and divide it in half so I can establish a bias of where we are likely to reach to based on the location, if we're above the midpoint or below the midpoint. Now, if we're above the midpoint, we're going to go down lower, and if we are below the midpoint, we're going to reach up higher, because like I said in many videos before, big banks, they love to buy low and they love to sell high. So at the beginning of this week, check this out, we were below the midpoint, and this midpoint, I'm gonna make it a bigger vibrant color, like this pink, well, maybe not pink, maybe white. I'm gonna make it this white line so you can really see. So this is the midpoint, and so now we have our institutional bias, right? So now I'm going to go down. Oh, actually, yeah, mark up your levels from the daily chart too, because these are the levels that will have the most movement for you. So mark up old lows like I did here, or old highs, so that's where you know you're reaching for. So now we're going to go down to the 4-hour chart. And I also marked up the same type of levels like old highs, old lows on the 4-hour chart, so we know where price is reaching to, gaps, things of that nature. Now we're going to go down to the 1 hour. This is where the magic happens for day trading, and the reason I say day trade like with something like this is because we are most of the time as beginners, we deal with small accounts, right? So if we have a small account and we're trading something like US30, we need to day trade, so we are making sure we manage our risk, okay? Because we don't have enough capital to weather the fluctuations that may happen intraday with this type of instruments that we're trading. So just a backstory of how a trade will work in US30. So look at the previous day, right? We look at Monday. Monday ranged all of the New York AM session, but it expanded the New York PM session up until Asia. So we we consolidated, and then we expanded afterwards, right? And that was probably because we had late news. But going into this day, Asia had already seen the manipulation, as in since this was an up close day, we had already moved down below the opening and pushed up. So that means that in London we can expect some manipulation, and that's exactly what happened. I personally got here at 7 a.m. and that's what I already seen take place. We had already done our manipulations. We were already halfway through making the bullish daily green candle. So when I'm here at 7 o'clock, I know that New York AM session, as in 8:30 on until noon, is going to probably be bullish. And why do I say that? It's because we left a low made yesterday in London. Like, we went down and then there was quick price action that rejected this level, and that's what we like to see. We like to see things move with magnitude, speed, velocity. So once I was here at 7 o'clock, I can even rewind it for you guys, a nice little quick replay. So this is what I was looking at 7 o'clock. And also, mind you, I am also working, like when I'm doing entries and stuff, I do it from 15 minutes so I can get my stop loss really tight. So this is what I'm seeing at 7 a.m. This is not 7 a.m. This is This is 7 a.m. And so at 7 a.m. we are at the equilibrium point. And so what I like to do is I like to place limit orders at lows and highs, because right now we are really high, right? We never want to buy at a premium. That's a no-no. Want to buy at a discount. So we place our limit order at the nearest discount level, which is right here. This low right here. I'm gonna put a nice little, I don't know, colorful box, colorful level, right? I'm gonna make it purple. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let's make it green. Okay, I hope you guys can see that. And we're gonna skip along so you guys can see. Now, watching this, yes, it is scary. Is it scary watching something come down to your level? Yes, it's very scary, but you have to trust in the process and the trade. My stop loss, of course, was below the other low, like right here, and that was going to be a sell limit order, or a sell stop. Yeah, sell stop. So just in case the price wanted to fumble down, I'll still have some profits. Smart, right? So price respects my entry, and we move up to our exit. Spot on, perfect. Now waiting through this is a task, but you just have to know, like, you know, I entered in pretty early, right? I entered in at 7 before the 8 a.m. Manipulation and everything, but you just have to trust in your trade, trust in your process. Don't move your stop loss up too fast, and we eventually got there. Now this is the reason I say to exit at the premium levels that you defined, high time frame. This is why, because there's an immediate response from these levels. Like, I'm not the only one who's taking profits here. Big banks are too. And so later on, price did rally up more, but later on you see price drop down heavily like this, and I knew that was coming. I just didn't know when, so I wanted to be out early before the move ended. And yeah, so that's how I kind of frame my trade around something that's so huge. That's how you can frame your own trades around this indice. I know it's big, but with proper risk management, with the right time frame, you too as a small trader can trade it. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.